What's good, YouTube? What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Straight Rebel coming back at you with another reaction video. Hope everybody's week is going well. It's almost over. 2 more days, man. This week is almost over. We're about to smash it out, knock it out real quick, whatever you want to call it. It's about to be over. Let's get into it though. We got some more videos to get into. We got when the angry pastors are arrested by cops. That's something I ain't never seen. I ain't never seen no pastors or anything like that arrested, but we know not all of them is nice. Not all of them could be 100% nice. We only human at the end of the day. So just like regular people go through different regular shit in life, I'm pretty sure pastors go through regular shit in life too as well. Subscribe, like, comment. Let's get into it.
Figures and are held in high regards. But what happens when priests transgress and ultimately find themselves behind bars? The man being tackled to the ground is Joseph Rizzuti Sr., a pastor in Worcester. The issue transpired on August 25, 2019, when Worcester Police Department attempted to retrieve Joseph's granddaughter from his daughter Rachel Rizzuti, after the child's father claimed Rachel, the child's mother, had failed to return her following a visit. Officers arrived at the church to retrieve the child. However, upon their arrival, they found that the child had already left with her mother. The situation was relatively calm, and the officers were prepared to depart to locate his daughter. However, a single mistake by the pastor significantly escalated the situation.
Who are you? Who are you? Why don't you go inside? You have nothing involved. Go inside.
That's my daughter. So
Okay.
Yeah, I do have a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
Okay, so
You know,
you don't have to.
this has nothing to do with you.
How's that? Tyrant, don't come tell me what I do. Chilling.
You done yelling? You done yelling?
Are you done yelling? Acting like a big shot?
We're all set here. You can go inside.
No, you go on.
You're not going to tell me what to do. You can go inside. You're about to be arrested for disturbing the peace.
Here, Tyrant. Let's get it.
The pastor repeatedly accused them of being tyrants. In their attempt to counter the pastor's accusations, the police unfortunately worsened the situation, inadvertently behaving as the tyrants the pastor had described.
Hey! What are you doing?
A woman can be heard yelling that they are in a church, a place meant to be a sanctuary of peace.
Exactly.
To make matters worse, the arrest nearly escalated to a dangerous level, with the police almost murdering a pastor inside his own church. The church members were telling the officers the man had a heart condition, but that didn't stop the cops from continually using excessive force. The commotion didn't stop there, as other cops were seen manhandling and putting handcuffs on his son, Joseph Rizzuti Jr., and his pregnant wife. The pastor and his son were later arrested and charged with several offenses, but were both found not guilty by the judge and had in turn filed a civil lawsuit against the Worcester Police Department. Commotion like this makes us wonder whether the police have any conscience at all. But in the next...
Nah, for real. Because, bruh, just because you sitting there, just because somebody's sitting there yelling something at you and you're a cop on the street, and he wasn't even like yelling, this is the thing, he wasn't belligerent, he wasn't drunk. He was coherent. He knew what he was doing, and he could do that. He could say that. He could talk to the cops any type of way, as long as you don't threaten them, you don't put your hands on them, like anything that basically you can say make them want to come towards you, or give them anything that would give them a legal reason to come towards you and arrest you. He didn't do none of that. He could call the cops tyrants. He could say fuck you. He could say all that. That gives the cop no right to arrest you, though. To sit there and try to arrest you and then chase you into a church because you got mad because he called you a tyrant, because he said, "Oh, that's my daughter. I have every right to be still out here. I don't got to go back inside." Because I ain't gonna lie, if a cop told me, "Yeah, you can go back inside," I'm like, "Oh, I'm cool. I'll wait till y'all is gone. I feel more comfortable that way. Because at the end of the day, sometimes that's how people feel. I know for me personally, when certain situations arise, only way I'm going to be comfortable or feel good or feel like I can go back to normal is if I know the situation is dead. And that means looking at the whole situation, and that means hearing the let's say for instance, hearing the agreement between parties, or and also seeing it disperse, like seeing everybody go their separate way, nothing happening. That type of stuff right there is what helps me sleep at night, and what helps me know that the situation is handled. Certain stuff like this, like don't let me know that the situation is handled at all. And y'all supposed to be cops, y'all supposed to be officers of law, and y'all over here manhandling, for one, the judge. He got heart problems. Then you take down his son. His son didn't do nothing because they showed his son didn't do nothing. And then you took his pregnant wife. Why are you so worried about the pregnant wife? What did she do? He's standing there. She's probably crying, "Oh, my husband has heart problems. Please don't do that to him." But you all are you cops are so big and bad. Y'all got to do some weird shit like this. Crazy.
The police took it even further.
What I told you, I'm a pastor.
Okay, look, man.
Who called y'all? I don't have to ID myself.
You will not listen. I have a call on you.
This is Pastor Michael Jennings. On May 22nd, 2022, Childersburg Police Department responded to a call from a lady about a suspicious man lurking around the home of a neighbor who was out of town. And the police officers spotted Jennings and went to interrogate him.
They're saying is that your vehicle? It's not? The neighbors?
314, I'll be on 13.
Okay. You live here?
I don't live here.
Okay. They're saying that this vehicle is not supposed to be here and you're not supposed to be here.
Who's saying that?
They called about it. I don't know who called.
I'm supposed to be here. I'm Pastor Jennings. I live across the street.
You're Pastor Jennings?
Yes, I'm looking out for their house while they gone.
Okay.
Watering their flowers.
Okay. Well, that's cool. Now, do you have like ID and all?
Oh, no, man. I'm not going to give you no ID.
See? Exactly. What the fuck? Nigga, I just told you I'm over here watering their plants. What harm am I doing? And he literally just said, I live across the street. Somebody, whoever's in that neighborhood, and whoever called the cops on that man, they need to go to jail. Actually, you know what? Get in the chair. I don't care. You know what? I'm not showing no mercy on nobody nowadays. On all these videos I be doing, reactions, I'm not showing no mercy on nobody. Especially if you do the dumb shit, then whatever happens to you happens. But this type of stuff right here for cops and a person that snitched and was on some weird shit. Because literally that just sounds like somebody that was jealous. You saw somebody come across the street that's watering their plants and that's looking out for their home. You probably wish somebody would do that for your ass. Nobody willing to do it. So you take it out on this black man / pastor for doing nothing totally wrong. This type of shit pissed me off.
Why not?
I ain't did nothing wrong.
The cops started out friendly, but quickly became more serious as the pastor refused to give his ID, saying he did nothing wrong. He then went ahead to do something that would worsen the situation.
I have no right to approach me if I ain't did nothing suspicious or nothing wrong. I told him I'm a pastor. I pastor, so I don't hear you.
Sir.
You want to lock me up? Lock me up.
Nobody wants to lock
me. I'm not showing y'all anything. I'm going to continue to water these flowers. I don't care who called y'all. Lock me up and see what happens. I want you to.
Hey, man, just come here and talk to us.
I'm going to water these back flowers is what I'm going to do. Who called y'all?
Jennings walked away from the cops, despite several orders from the cops telling him not to. He was eventually put in handcuffs. However, the officers were unaware.
And I ain't going even lie. And another thing, whoever called the cops on this guy, they should get some time. Dead ass, they should get some time. I don't care. Community service, put their ass on probation. I don't care. But if you sit there and you call the cops on somebody, and you're 100% wrong, and you don't know what the fuck is going on. You don't know what the fuck is going on. You should pay some type of repercussions for that. Dead ass. Because something like this so simple didn't even have to happen. Didn't have to happen. You know why it didn't have to happen? Because the person that called the cops didn't have to fucking sit there. All they had to do is sit there and mind their own business. They was on some jealous shit. They knew that this guy was a pastor. Because he looked like the type of person that's been sitting there living across the street from people for a very long time. He don't look like he's trying to get up and move or go nowhere new. And he a pastor. I don't know if pastors moving around like that, especially at a certain age. Just getting up and moving and just living in new cities and stuff like. I don't know if pastors are doing that like that. There might be, but this type of situation don't seem nowhere near that at all.
Of the truth, which was soon revealed when the woman who made the 911
Oh my
call
God.
stepped out to answer some questions.
Do you know that gentleman back?
Yeah.
You do?
Oh,
Does he have
He lives right there.
Okay, does he have permission here to be watering flowers?
He may because they are friends.
Okay.
And they went out of town today, so
Right.
he may be watering their flowers.
Okay.
Be completely normal.
Okay, is that's
See?
fine. If he
This is
would have
that-
said, "Hey, I got this," gave his identification because he's a
no,
suspicious
fuck
person.
that. Nah, fuck
he
that.
could-
Nah, fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that, bruh. Hell nah. Nah. No. Y'all niggas always, I swear, the cops always just want to know, and they all just want to get your identification because they want to catch you into something. They want to, all they want to do is they just want to look up your information and see if you got any warrants out and see if anything. They don't care, like the whole situation of why that person was there. They care about it, but they're trying to use that as a little, I don't know, tactic scheme or whatever to try to further their investigation into something else that don't make no fucking sense and ain't got nothing to do with them at the end of the day. Literally. And I hate that. Don't you have identification? No, for what? I'm not, he's not doing nothing wrong. He's sitting there, he's watering the flowers. He even said, I'm watering the flowers and I live across the street. If they really wanted to, they could, I'm pretty sure, they could have looked his name up. I mean, all they had to do is literally ask his first and last name. Because that's what I'm gonna do. If the cop asks me, I'm gonna give you my first and last name. But if I don't have no reason to give you no ID card, I'm not giving you no ID card. I'm not giving you no driver's license. Especially if I'm not driving. What you need my driver's license for? I'm not driving. I'm out and about. I'm on foot. I'm not doing nothing wrong. You don't need my identification. I'll give you my name. I'm gonna start lying. Like, I don't got no identification card on me. I'll give you my name. You can look up my name in the system. When whatever pops up, then that's for you to figure it out. I don't care how many Tims is in the system. I don't care. That's for you to figure out.
That's not his vehicle. It's their vehicle.
Okay. Yeah, he lives right there, and he would be watering their flowers. This is probably my fault.
Okay.
Now that
Exactly.
the neighbor had accepted that she made a mistake, confirming Jennings and the owners of the house were friends, you would think the cops would let him go.
Nope.
But you couldn't be more wrong. Not wanting to accept they could have handled the situation better,
Bruh,
they did something
see?
that would make you realize how important body cams are.
What are we gonna do with him?
We'll see the charge of, I guess, disorderly conduct, the failure to obey a police officer. He refused to give any information.
He said he's not gonna give me his social, but he gave me his name and date of birth.
Okay, and she's saying the same thing. She won't give her name.
Her?
Yeah, because he got arrested.
The cops could be seen discussing what trumped down charges they could get Jennings for,
Whoa.
even after knowing he was innocent. What was even more funny was the cop explaining that the lady who called refused to give out her personal details too. The same thing Jennings was detained for. But was she charged or detained?
No.
Your guess is as good as mine.
No.
Jennings' wife and other neighbors arrived.
Bruh. And I ain't trying to be on no race shit, but she white. That's the only reason why she did. That's the only reason why they didn't do it. That's the only reason why they did not do it. Because at the end of the day, I feel like that should be a crime. You're calling the cops on something that's not a crime. That's not a crime. And it's crazy because you were so quick to call the cops. You wasn't even worried about even trying to make sure that you didn't know the person. If you're smart, and at the end of the day, if you don't want none of this coming back to you, what a smart person does is they make sure wherever they looking and whatever the scenario that they're paying attention to, and if you snitching or whatever you're doing, make sure you get the information at least right. Because you know what? Those cops are going off of your information. They're not going off of anybody's information. They're going off of your information. Dispatch is going off of your information because you called them. This is making me hot. This got me so hot, bro.
At the scene not long after, and the cop explanation of the event was quite deceptive.
Exactly.
When we get here, of course, we're going to immediately investigate the call.
Yes.
Find him on scene. All he's doing is watering the plants, and that's not a problem.
What do you want to do?
And we say, hey, sir, we have a call here.
What do you want to do?
Need you to identify yourself, please. Like, no, I'm not identifying myself. You don't have to identify me, and so on. And he began to walk away. And we wouldn't listen, and he's walking away. So
He's so exactly, there's nothing wrong with that.
Gotcha.
After that, we radioed for them to contact her, have her step out and talk to us. Well, she does tell us it's a mistake and all that stuff. But at this point, he's already collected the charge. Once we place him on arrest, we can't unarrest him. Does that make sense?
Oh my God. That fire his ass, bro. Fire him. And then fire that fat nigga that was sitting there talking to him, telling him, oh yeah, we could put him on this. We can do this. We can do. Fire both of them. Fire both of them, because they're the type of motherfuckers that will sit there and try to meet a quota and will sit there and lie on so many charges, lie on so many tickets that they give out just to meet a quota. Like, bruh, like, this is ridiculous. Are you serious? And she said, this is so simple. And it's so simple. All you had to do is just be like, this is a misunderstanding. Because at the end of the day, if you're a real man, and if you can admit when you're wrong, especially if you're a cop, you need to admit when you're wrong, take the cuffs off, and go about your day. Because you know what? I feel like this is gonna turn into a worse situation. I feel like they're gonna sue. Let's see.
So simple. And the neighbor just told him this morning, please water the plants and take care of them.
I said
Look
that,
out
but
for
it was
the
all
house.
afterwards. It was all afterwards.
Yeah.
And
And
all we told him
no,
was,
it wasn't.
That's okay. Just please identify yourself, just your name,
No.
and let us call the owner. And he
No.
didn't do that until he caught the charge. So.
She's lying, bro.
He said Jennings caught the charge and he can't be uncharged.
Exactly.
And that Jennings totally refused to even tell them his name. And
Lying.
we can recall from earlier, Jennings told the cops his name and where he lived.
Exactly. He even said, I'm a pastor.
You're
I'm a
Pastor
pastor.
Jennings.
Jennings was booked into jail and charged with obstruction of governmental operations. He was later bailed and had in turn filed a lawsuit against the city and the 3 officers.
Thank you.
Jennings was able to sue the police department for wrongful
Thank
arrest.
you.
The pastor in the next case definitely can't sue the
Thank
police
you.
and will be lucky if he ever leaves prison. This is Samuel.
Now, okay, this is different. We see this is going to be different. This one might be the reason. This one is going to probably be the one that actually had to do with the title, because the first 2 didn't have to really do, because the pastors really wasn't, they weren't mad. They were, what was happening to them was unlawful and was not right. They had every right to be mad at the end of the day. I would have been mad too. But this situation looks totally different. He deserved
Bateman, a leader of a radical religious group. On August 28, 2022, police responded to reports of small fingers sticking out of a trailer's rear roof in Flagstaff. They swept into action
Oh, this
immediately
is
and intercepted the trailer,
AZ.
and their discovery was beyond shocking.
This is young niggas, isn't it?
The vehicle was stopped, and the cops discovered 2 young girls in the truck and ushered them away for questioning. The driver was now under detention, and the cops started to ask him questions. Little did they know the kind of man they were dealing with.
We're out here because there is supposed to be people.
How many other people in the truck? How many other people are in the truck? Well, I just want to know who's inside the truck right now, so that way I know who else we're dealing with here. Or else I'm going to call everybody out.
As you can see, it's a pretty serious deal here, sir. I'm asking for your name. Sir.
Yes, sir.
What is your name? Samuel what?
See the driver?
Yeah.
You have to identify yourself. You understand that, right?
Samuel Bateman. I don't understand. What are you doing? We're trying to make sure.
I just got here. Explain to me what's going on.
When asked questions about the people being at the inside of the trailer, he got uncomfortable, started stuttering, and was fidgeting. All signs he was anxious and had probably done something wrong. He told the cops his name, but refused to give further information. But he soon found out the cops were there for serious business.
Where's your neighbor, sir? Okay. Go ahead, sir. Turn on your back. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Let's not do this right now, huh?
You were being detained until you identify yourself.
Okay. Go ahead, sir. Turn on your back.
Put your hands behind your back.
Put your hands behind your back.
I feel like
You were being detained until you identify yourself.
I'm sorry to keep pausing, but I feel like the cops, they do this type of stuff on purpose. They take the whole thing of, oh, we gotta put you in cuffs. You're not arrested, you're being detained. Bruh, you don't gotta detain me by putting handcuffs on me. That is your way. At the end of the day, I'm dead ass serious, and this is everything I feel and I love. I think that's just a way for the cops just to express their dominance over somebody, over anybody. Because as far as I'm concerned, you gotta think of handcuffs. And what they use the handcuffs in, like bondage and stuff like that type of shit. Like, and it's basically just to make sure somebody can't do something that you don't want them to do. And that's why I feel like this situation is. You don't really have to, like, figure out what the situation is first. Just you getting mad just because he don't want to tell you their name. This is crazy. He even said it. Samuel Bateman. He said that.
We're still putting you in handcuffs.
He said that. He said his name. All they had to do was go back to the cops.
From the look of things, Samuel was already in big trouble. Things got worse for him when the trailer was opened and everything in there was exposed.
Put the hand. See the hand.
See the other door open.
There's his hand sticking out of the top of the trailer. There's hand sticking out of the top of the trailer earlier. Let's see him. Ma'am, just keep your hands out of your pockets for me, okay?
Several young girls, ranging from age 11 to 14, were discovered in the trailer with makeshift chairs, bed, and a plastic bucket for a toilet. With this new discovery, the police knew they have valid reasons to arrest Bateman already. But further conversations with the young girls allowed the police to fully grasp what was going on.
How old are you? 14. How old are you? 11? How old are you? 12? You? How old are you? How old are you? How old are you? You don't have to say, or you just following her? Okay. Well, we're going to identify each and every one of you. Okay, we'll do that as soon as our investigation is done here, okay? Why children are being transported in a vehicle, we're getting calls about hands sticking out of a vehicle, out of the trailer. So that is why we're contacting you guys, because it is unsafe for children to be riding in a trailer. They're not properly seat belted, and we need to do an investigation and figure out what's going on, okay?
They were trying to identify the girls and get more information about them, but the girl in the red dress was giving them a little bit of a hard time.
At this point, he's detained right now. I don't know. Okay, I understand that, but like he said, once we do our investigation, we can figure this out. But we just need you guys to give us your names and stuff.
No, ma'am.
No.
You're not going to decide the outcome of this. We will decide, and we'll let you know how everything's going to happen here, okay? Sound okay? So, do me a favor. When I talk to you, I'll talk to you. When I talk to someone else, don't answer for them unless you are legal guardian of them and you have legal privilege to answer for them, okay? Thank you. Oh, they have no reason to be afraid of me. The only reason I've had to keep addressing you is because you keep stepping in, and I need to be able to talk to everyone, okay?
It's pretty clear from the interactions that these girls were groomed by this Bateman's religious group to see the police as foes and treat them with hostility. The police separated the girls and questioned them individually, and their further discovery was the final nail on Bateman's coffin.
A 14-year-old, she had a ring on her finger, on her ring finger. She had a ring on her finger. They kind of like hidden those. I mean, we know what's going on here.
Okay. So where were you guys headed to?
I actually don't need to know for sure.
You don't know for sure? How long have you been in Flagstaff?
A couple hours.
Couple hours. And where were you guys coming from? Colorado City.
The police knew exactly the kind of man they were dealing with at that point. They knew Bateman was a religious extremist who engaged in child marriages and sexually abused children. When they discovered the girls were transported from Colorado down to Flagstaff, Arizona, they had all they needed.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, you got bigger shoulders here. Okay, there you go. Okay, just bring that arm down here. Here, let me adjust this one.
It was funny to see Bateman complain of the cuffs and the vehicle being uncomfortable when he literally kept children in the back of an unventilated trailer. He was charged with 3 counts of child abuse. After further investigations and the discovery of Bateman having over 20 wives, with majority of them being children, he was later charged with another 51 felonies, and he's currently behind bars in Florence, Arizona. If you like...
Wow. That's crazy. And I'm in Arizona. I live in Arizona right now. I wonder how long. And it's crazy too, because you know what? I ain't gonna lie. I think I've seen his name before, because his name look hella familiar. His name looks hella familiar, like dead ass. Even that mugshot, I ain't gonna lie, that mugshot look hella familiar. So he definitely probably more than likely is out here in Arizona. But y'all let me know y'all takes on this video. The first two had me pissed. Especially the second one. Especially the second one, because I know of, like, I grew up religious, and I know back in the day of being like that, like, you know, not just living across the street from somebody, but like, say for instance, somebody in the congregation, you know, is going out of town or something like that, and they want somebody to house it, or they want somebody to come by and do what he was doing, water their plants, you know, feed the dog, feed the cat, whatever type shit. I've ran across this multiple times, and I've never heard of anybody saying, "Oh, somebody called the cop on me saying I was being suspicious and I was just doing that." Like, I've never heard of it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that it can't happen, because this world is not perfect. Cops aren't perfect. Nobody's perfect. But that situation could have went totally different. They did not need to arrest that they did not need to arrest that pastor. But you know what happened? They was able to sue, and I'm pretty sure they was able to get some get back. And he sued them 3 officers too as well. Don't just sue the police department. Sue the officers that work there too. Sue them. Fuck it. You gotta do what you gotta do. Show me you mean business. But y'all let me know in the comments and stuff like that. Let me know what y'all thought about this video. How y'all feelings on it? Like, do y'all see the craziness that what be going on in this world, what cops be actually doing just to try to figure out information, or just to put a charge on somebody's even more crazier. Like, you sitting there lying, and you lying on body cam. Dead ass. Let me know what y'all think. Subscribe, like, hit that notification bell so y'all can get updated for all the videos I post in the future. And I'll catch y'all on it.